Hello everybody, welcome to another review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the brand new album by Duran Duran, Danse Macabre. This is the Halloween album that they were saving for, and it's quite weird that we pretty much have a new album, but almost none of it is new material. It's either covers or recreation of older songs, or just a few new songs. It's a bit of a variety, and I think that's what kind of makes this one interesting. But let's hop down and see how it goes. Happy Halloween, everyone, and hope you're having a good day. It's a bit spooky, so let's dive into the spooky Duran Duran album. With NIGHTBOAT, the opening track, this is a song from the debut album. It's pretty good. I like it. The original is better, but I think this song fits the feel of this album, and it's a good start. It's fun. I think they definitely captured that sound they want throughout the whole record, and it's nice. It's a good start. Black Moonlight is where things really pick up. This is the first new track featuring Nile Rodgers, and I love it. Black Moonlight definitely is one of the strongest songs on this record. It's not only just a unique one, but it just really feels like it fits right in with some of the spooky covers and some of the reimagined tracks. I love this one. Black Moonlight is just been a staple, very catchy, fun song from Duran Duran. Definitely underrated. I think it definitely should get more appreciation from that. Love Voodoo is the track from the Wedding album, but instead it's spelled with O's. This one's spelled with U's to give it a little bit more distinction. And it's good, but it's not quite as good as NIGHTBOAT. I think when it comes to taking an original track and doing a good job of it, it does it, but I just kind of prefer the original again. It's not bad though. I think it's just kind of hard to top some of your classic stuff, but I do like both. I think this one's good as well. But then we have Bury a Friend, which is the Billie Eilish cover, first cover, and it is honestly pretty good. I don't really like Billie Eilish music much, but I think the Duran Duran spin, it definitely works. Even the writing, it definitely has that kind of creepy essence that a lot of Billie Eilish tracks have that just works with the Halloween feel that Duran Duran are building here. It's just good. I like Bury a Friend. It's definitely a good cover for sure. I'm quite surprised by it, but it does work better than you think. Supernature, it's fine. I don't really know the original, so I can't really say if it's better or worse, but it's not bad. It's just kind of one I just don't really get back into much. It's kind of a bit of a weaker one, but it is what it is. Danse Macabre, the self-titled track, or the title track, this one is good, but not quite as good as Black Moonlight. This is the second new song on the record, and I just don't think it's quite as good. I honestly wish the album was called Black Moonlight if they were going to name it after one of the tracks, because I just kind of think it's a better track to represent, but the name makes more sense, honestly. But Black Moonlight, out of the two songs so far that are unique, yeah, definitely that's the stronger one. But this one's still pretty good. Secret October 31st is the B-side to Union of the Snake, a track from Seven and a Ragged Tiger. It's nice that they brought a B-side one back to life, giving it a bit more of a resurgence, and it is cool because you're basically taking a song that never made it on an album and putting it on an album in a way. It definitely has that spooky feel to it, and I love it for that. It's also quite cool because some of these tracks, it's nice to see stuff that from the Andy Taylor era before he left the band kind of being brought back. It's honestly quite a nice feel, and I'm quite surprised they would bring back some tracks like this, but I like it. Secret October 31st is pretty good. Ghost Town, this is a cover of The Specials, which is a song I quite like a lot, and trying to do a cover of it, I don't think it worked quite as well. I think they kind of missed some of the eeriness that really made the original one as pretty much as funky, as fun, as moody as it did. I like the groove and I just like the vibe of Ghost Town. It's just an iconic fun song, but I don't think this cover's quite as good, to be honest. It's definitely a cover that I just kind of thought I'd rather be listening to the original. This just doesn't work in my opinion. Paint It Black is a similar case as well. I don't mind the Rolling Stones. I'm not a big fan, but Paint It Black, it's a very iconic song, and I think Duran Duran doing it definitely put a bit more pressure on the stakes of this isn't a song that is universally well known and quite liked. So trying to do a cover of it, I can definitely see this being a bit controversial. But as it stands, it's not too bad. But in my opinion, I just don't really think it's a strong cover either. This one's a bit like Ghost Town. I just think it's Duran Duran trying to do a cover, and that's kind of all I can see from it. I don't really see it as, I just kind of see it as that it's just shoved on here because it's Halloween rather than they're passionate about putting it on there. But I can understand in some cases why these two are here, but there are definitely some weaker covers in my opinion. Super Lonely Freak is actually really interesting. This one is the song Super Freak by Rick James, which is interesting that they started the song with Lonely in Your Nightmare, which is a song from Rio, and a really good song in fact. They take the chorus of it in the opening to kind of give you the verses in the chorus, and it just goes into Super Freak. It's so weird. I just love the way they combined it. This is kind of more the stuff I wish they did, was they took some of their sounds, like even some of their like choruses or whatever, and mix it in. Lonely Nightmare is a fantastic song, and I think with Super Freak, it's just a fun little juxtaposition. This definitely is one of the most interesting releases on this record, to be honest. A Spellbound cover, a cover of Susie and the Banshees, Spellbound. It's pretty good, honestly. I do like this cover. Obviously, the original's much better, and I do like Susie and the Banshees quite a bit. But it's not bad. I think Spellbound, or at least Duran Duran trying to do it, it works a bit more. I don't know. It just kind of feels like there's a bit more of a Duran Duran accessible approach that works with it, and I like it. It's good, to be honest. I like this one. And then we have Psycho Killer featuring Victoria D'Angelis, who is the bassist from Måneskin. I don't really like Måneskin, but I honestly think she does a pretty good job. Her vocals are a nice little addition to this track. In my opinion, the Psycho Killer idea is alright. I think it's a cover that I can see them like definitely wanting to do more than kind of Ghost Town and Painted Black. I think this is a bit more of a fun one, but Psycho Killer at the same time, I just don't think the cover is quite as good. I think Spellbound and Bury a Friend are probably some of the better choices, but Psycho Killer is still good. I think for a Talking Heads cover, it's not too bad. I think it got its moments where I do like it, but at the same time, it's just kind of alright. And then Confession in the Afterlife, I just don't really care for it. It's just a bit too boring. You have kind of all this excitement, and while some of it might feel like a bit of a mixed bag of ideas, the ending is just not really that interesting. This is the third new song, and I just don't really care. It's just kind of whatever, in my opinion. It's not that great. I try to go back into this one, but I just really can't do it. It's a whatever track to me, but I think as a whole, the album definitely has good moments, and it does have some weaker stuff, but as a whole, I think it's good. I think the thing I like with this record is that it's trying to, do something a bit more unique than what Duran Duran normally do. They could have just released 13 Halloween themed songs, but they didn't. They wanted to do some covers, pay some homages to artists, and also create some things themselves. I probably would have preferred more songs written by them, or at least more songs like Super Lonely Freak, where you're mixing the your stuff with other bands, sort of like using samples to give it that that flavour that it's yours, while also definitely reminding you of something else that's a cover as well. But as a whole, it's a good album. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. It's good, but I just don't think it's really anything crazy. But in terms of a fun album, I like the concept. I think I prefer some of the sounds here to Future Past, but as a whole, Future Past will have to be the stronger record, because it's consisting of original songs. As well as that, I think it's got quite a lot of good songs itself, and this one may not have as many, but it still has its moments. So I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you so much for watching, and see you guys in the next video. Happy Halloween.